Welcome back to the Watchtower Film Podcast, the film review podcast on the Towercast Network. By Cinephiles, for Cinephiles.
Who's ready to defile some cinema?
Absolutely, aren't we all? Aren't we always? We are, lady.
Yeah.
Good job, pal.
Okay.
We're back. Welcome back to Spooky Month. We hope you caught our last episode on Nosferatu.
Yeah, there you go.
I hate that movie.
Nosferatu.
Austin told me that he was listening to it, and he's like, it really is the Hank Hill.
Yeah. Seriously is. We are back.
Wait, keep doing the episode. I'll be back.
What?
What do you mean, what?
What do you mean, what?
We were missing the headlights.
Spooky.
You know what's really spooky? Improper lighting.
I'm still afraid of the
That's what
dark.
your mom said last night.
We are back. Spooky Month. Not so spooky. Less dark. Good cinema. Good podcasting.
Did we just cut to...
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, better lighting.
Hey, better lighting. So we are here to continue a curated list of films by
Of movie.
Mm-hmm. Just singular. Just one movie.
That's all
It's
I have.
movie.
Just
actually.
one.
It's movie when it's plural.
Movie
it's
is
plural,
plural
it's
for
movie.
movie.
Movies.
We're here to chat about a specific set of films curated by Mr. Erik Sanchez here.
Yes, sir.
All hail the Sanchez.
What was that? What are we doing?
Hail me.
Oh,
Hail me.
okay.
How is it going?
Before we introduce the film, I need to introduce everybody in the room. Let's start in the back
Rapid
with
fire.
Mr. Eric C.K. Nunez, fellow producer of the pod. I don't know what it looked like on camera, but I think that was great.
Yeah, that's good.
Mr. Chris Sines joining us back on the pod.
Hey.
On the switcher board today.
If it ain't Heinz, it's probably Signs. How you doing?
This man was born in 2003, according to his ID. According to his ID.
Yeah.
With his
Oh,
Comic Sans
you're right.
signature.
With a papyrus signature.
More like what towers, you know? Keep going.
Miss Megan Tovar, our fellow social media personnel.
Megatron.
Megatron.
Oh,
Megalopolis.
Yeah.
I love this guy. He's back.
This is I was gonna introduce him last, but you did it. You did it. So
Yeah,
this is-
no. Keep going. Just do your thing. He gets shakes for some reason.
he's got a case of the Skittles.
He's got a case of the Skittles. By the way, a reference is not going to be understood until later. Like,
That's true, dude.
the Lost Mom gets the Skittles. I don't know.
shut up.
Mr. Jean-Eric Castro offering an acting perspective.
For an actor-heavy piece.
Is it?
Shut up.
We'll try.
Bluest shoes ever.
No. Mr. Michael Lala offering a cinematography perspective.
Hey, it's that guy.
Arigato gozaimasu.
I don't know.
Cut that.
What about that? But we have introduced Mr. Erik Sanchez, fellow resident horror expert in Tower Productions, writer-director himself, and
The one.
Mr.
only.
Austin Tyronius Young back on the pod right now. We're so happy to have the man back, man. It's been a bit, and he'll be hopping in and out of episodes when he can, and it's
Hell
going to
yeah.
be great to have him back.
When I say
So
Austin, you say young. Austin.
Yo.
Hey.
Yes, yo.
That was two people.
That's my dog. I'm your humble film servant, Carlos Zamzador, offering you writing, directing perspective, and we are back with another episode of the podcast. Now,
This is a podcast?
It sure is sometimes. Most of the time, it's just a bunch of film nerds talking film. But isn't that what a podcast really
Exactly.
is?
No.
Fucking nerd.
Also, if you would like to see nerds talking about podcasts, please don't forget to subscribe.
Don't forget to
click the red
Yeah.
button.
That was clutch,
Please.
man.
Yeah,
And
please.
speaking of subscribing, you should like and subscribe.
No, she did it. She did it
Oh,
well.
She got
where do I
it.
point? Where's the
Yeah.
subscription button?
It's
This
just
way,
somewhere
right
there in the middle, just like right here.
Right here?
Hey.
Yeah, I think so.
Where's the bell? The bell.
I don't know.
Where
It
do
should
you
click.
click
It should be on the side where you
Just
subscribe.
do
I
one of
think
these.
these
Do
people
one of
know where
these,
the
you
fuck it's
know?
at.
By the way, I was gonna say
What were you gonna say?
I haven't seen anything new per our segment. What
Yeah,
have
I
you
was
seen?
gonna ask
I
you
mean,
because
it's
we
been
just
a
did
day.
it yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't. No, I haven't seen anything new. But I did want to bring up in pulp culture.
Pulp culture?
Pulp culture.
Pulp. Like
Yeah, like the stuff that you gotta like filter out of orange juice.
Right.
I like
sun pulp.
I like extra pulp.
I'm a big
Pulps are-
proponent of some. No, I saw this new thing the other day.
What did you see?
It like Meg and her friend keep asking to hold this.
What?
What?
Yeah, I don't.
I
Can
don't
you
even
hold
know
this
what
for
you-
me?
Is it like a
hold this
6-7
for me.
thing?
It's an L. was like, haha, you lost. Hold this for me.
Remember when
Yeah,
we were in
you
high
see,
school?
this is some pulp right here.
Thank
That's
you.
where I get it from.
Oh, okay. Then. I like that.
Fucking bukia.
And then Carmela throws the phone at his face.
He's all look at the card and be like, hold this for me.
Hold this for me.
Hold this for me.
Yeah.
This isn't the pop culture
No,
podcast.
no,
at
I'm
all.
just saying.
We're here to talk cinema.
I'm just saying, like, do you do that?
This
I
is-
had no idea that was a thing.
That's like
I'm still catching up to the thing, the weird
Oh.
thingy.
Oh, this one?
This one, what was it? Oh,
No,
that one.
That's
So
an anatomical
actually,
heart.
I'm
fun
so
fact,
far
did you know
behind.
that
Oh,
this is
that's from
actually the
Squid
muscle?
Games.
And this is the main
Yeah,
brain.
it's an
the
anatomical
The
heart.
veins, the
veins, yeah.
arteries.
Yeah.
no, it's just a tiny heart.
What are we talking about?
No,
What?
no, it's because
No.
the
Now
Korean
you got to
way
do
is
two
like this.
fingers and go like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm still catching up on these.
Yeah, like the
these
only time I saw it
references.
was on
This
Squid
one?
Games, and that's it. And then everyone started fucking doing it. Here you go. Like the
No,
fuck.
it's because
fuck
of
you too,
K-pop.
you know?
Dude, it's because
K-pop.
of K-pop. How huge it's been. So
Well, this isn't the K-pop podcast.
Yes,
either. This
yeah,
is
so
the-
if you're-
This is Texas, and we're about to massacre with a chainsaw.
yeah.
Okay.
So we're here to talk about Texas great Tobe Hooper,
Yeah.
1974, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
When I say Toby, you say Hooper.
Absolutely not. We're here to talk about this film. This is a bit of an interesting pick because
It's
some people
Yeah.
deem this the
cinema.
cinema.
Nah.
So no, some some people deem this the standard for this franchise, right? This franchise, there's what, five other films?
Yeah.
Like 10, I think.
10 other films.
Yeah.
Jeez. So
About.
they deem the Tobe Hooper original the one, right? Including,
Well, even he made a sequel.
right,
Yeah.
including Quentin Tarantino, which said this is on the small list of perfect movies.
Whoa.
Okay?
Wow.
His
mean-
words, not mine. I don't condone these words. No, but yeah, Tarantino has been very vocal about he feels like Back to the Future is a perfect movie.
Oh, yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre, perfect movie according to Quentin Tarantino.
That is
contrast.
such a bad scale. We can elephant out of the room. That's-
I kind of get it.
You
I
got to
don't
put
know.
yourself
No.
back in,
No, I
in
get it.
1974.
I'm putting
You
myself
gotta put-
today, and you're saying that.
That's
you're
why-
saying, when he said a perfect movie is Back to the Future, I completely agreed. I was like, I have a lot of trouble finding something wrong with Back to the Future. Then I saw this,
Yeah.
and then now that's a scale that is
I
ruined
don't know,
the scale.
man. That sounds like a skill issue.
I'll say this. I watched the remake in 2003, and I bought this one immediately after. It did not hold. It
What?
did not hold.
Well, I mean, dude,
Compared
I
to the
really-
McConaughey
there's a
one.
30-year
no, 2003
difference.
with Jessica Biel.
Oh, that's right.
That's the
Robert
one that
Lee.
we saw that at my house. Remember
We did.
with Austin, and then you said this movie sucked. Like you,
Oh,
you hated the actress.
I did. Yeah.
Jessica Biel or which one?
Jessica Biel. Not, was it Biel?
Biel.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just terrible. It
It's
was all
with
terrible.
the guy from, and then the sheriff is, the guy from Full Metal Jacket.
Robert Lee or Robert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
What?
Oh, really?
he
Robert
steals the
Lee
show.
comes out in one of
He
these.
plays a dad.
Yeah. Oh, the main
So
guy.
is this
Comment. That
is
not
this
good
like
take.
a canon story where it's always Leatherface and he has
His family.
His fam-
The Sawyer family.
Sawyer family.
and that's consistent throughout all the movies?
I mean, not all the movies, but
Well, the myth
the
is
main
consistent,
premise
like
of
the
the
lore,
main,
right?
yeah, the main.
Well, wasn't the myth that family killed people and then they sold?
Here's the thing. Let's like call it what it is right now.
A movie.
No, I mean that's not a bad way to say it. There's no story this is based on. It's vaguely based on Ed Gein.
It's inspired by Eddie Gein.
Yeah, it's inspired by Ed Gein, but there's no family in Texas who used to kill and eat
No,
people.
Well,
That
a
never
lot of
happened.
people get that misconception that they're saying that this is a true story.
Yeah, it
but they
never
make
happened.
it seem like a true story,
you
but it's only based on Ed Gein.
Yeah.
And most of the based off Ed Gein was like the furniture made out of human body
Right,
parts.
right.
So you guys didn't hear that? You guys didn't hear that rumor where it was like they were selling sausage, which was basically the humans?
Well, I feel like
That's
that's
what I
like
heard.
a
I'm sure it was a rumor,
that's an
but
urban
Just
legend.
rumors. It's
Urban
like-
legend.
it's
Urban
like-
legend.
It's
That
like Blair
probably
Witch
happens
shit.
at all.
Like,
No,
you
I
know,
think I know what you're talking about.
Oh, what?
It's about World War II. They would do the lamps with human skin. I remember that,
that
being
was
like
Ed
a huge
Gein that were
thing.
making the lamps.
Interesting.
No, I know,
Yeah,
but
Ed
still,
Gein.
like being like real life instances of like furniture. That was one of them.
But
that I
Ed
remember.
Gein was a real life person. Like
Like-
this
Yeah, I
actually
know,
did. Those
but-
instances did happen,
Uh-huh.
but the fact that
was actually a new
or
show.
the lack of fact that there was no Texas family who would kidnap
okay,
people
yeah, it's
and
like
kill them and
fictional.
eat them. That part did
Yeah.
not happen.
Yeah, and like when you look at like Ed Gein's story, it's a lot more like passive.
Yeah, he
It's
killed
just-
2 women, didn't
Yeah.
he? And then
Well,
that was, I mean,
proved.
Right,
think.
right.
Yeah.
He killed two
No,
people.
but I mean, like, also his family wasn't around. Like, apparently, like his mother was really abusive, and that's why he had like mental
Sure.
health issues and
Yeah.
made
And,
furniture.
Eddie Gein was also the inspiration for Psycho.
Yeah,
He would dress like a woman and
Right.
Who doesn't?
etc.
I mean,
Let's get into this is why I wanted to open with the Quentin, perspective because
Quentin?
I think this is the first time in a long time, if ever, where everybody's like, no, against Quentin Tarantino.
yeah.
Hey,
and I like that because I'm always the one like this.
We
motherfuckers
taught a
know
line
everything.
to like this movie.
But it's also like important. We were guys and I were talking earlier about cinema speculation, his book, and we were talking about how Quentin grew up in a very specific time where the 70s.
Yeah.
So the
Grindhouse
films that
era.
he was exposed to naturally are going to be things that like hit him, and things that he's going to revere, and what kind of his building blocks for becoming a storyteller. So I think that's where a lot of it comes from. Is he was a kid in LA growing up watching movies with his mom, and Texas Chainsaw Massacre happened to be one of those movies. So I think it's a very specific thing. But I wanted to open up with that right before we get into our ratings, because do we agree with a perfect film? Do we give this anywhere near a 10? I don't know.
I think just because of the amount of people, let's do our rapid fire.
Yeah,
again.
let's do
So
it.
I'm gonna be
everybody
pretty
have a
fucking
number.
disappointed, huh?
You already know the rules. So
I think we all do.
1 to
you
10.
get to pick,
Yep.
homie.
All right, let's start it off with.
Oh wait, pick and then clockwise or counterclockwise.
Where are you? Let's go this way.
Okay.
It's starting with Chris.
Chris.
Rapid fire. I think honestly, 6.5.
Okay.
6'5". Had you seen it before?
That was the first time.
Cool.
Yeah, that was the first time.
Had you seen any other Texas Chainsaw film before?
I saw.
Do you watch horror films?
I'm not avid horror connoisseur, but I do.
I mean, we
enjoy
just
a
had
good
one,
scare.
2 years ago? The new one? The newest one?
Yeah.
Oh, that was
Oh,
horrible.
on
dude.
Netflix. I mean, you're gonna get exactly what you expect.
No.
so-
I remember going to the theaters for one recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It came out like 2 years ago.
It came out on Netflix.
I saw it in theaters.
Yeah,
I
no.
took Sandra to go see it in theaters.
It's the one
What?
where they go to a town now. Like it's a town.
You're not confusing it
the
with
house
X?
is in the middle of a town,
no, it's definitely not confusing with X.
like a legit
Yeah,
town.
Because that one only came out on Netflix. It never came out on
No,
theaters.
but it did.
I'm
There
pretty
was
sure.
one that had a theatrical release.
Recently. I know 'cause I saw it at
before-
Tinseltown.
I think it might have been Leatherface.
Oh, maybe.
It's just called
maybe.
Leatherface.
Maybe you're right.
Where he's like this
I haven't seen that
handsome
one. I'll
dude,
check.
and then he gets his face fucked up.
Okay. Meg?
Yeah, there we go.
Megacy?
6.
Megathoris?
I was expecting more
So
gore.
Megalopolis.
I was too.
Yeah,
6.
because it's like because I've seen so many gory stuff from the newer ones, so I thought 76, right?
74.
74, sorry, was a little gorier since like we are gonna see The Exorcist and they were around the same time, so it's like I was expecting them more gore.
That's what a lot of people think because a lot
Yeah.
of people they think Texas Chainsaw. The name sells it too. Texas Chainsaw. You associate chainsaw with like lots of blood, gore, guts, and at the time they think, dude, this shit was fucking violent.
Yeah.
And then, but a lot of it's in your imagination. You're thinking you're seeing it, but you're not.
Right.
It's not. It's
Absolutely.
pretty tame.
Yeah.
So if you saw this as a kid, you probably thought it was gory, as violent as fuck. But you see it now, like, all right, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah,
but
and
it's-
also-
it wasn't like Evil Dead crazy. you
We're
know?
very desensitized to all this. now.
100%.
Austin. CK.
I have returned from the dead.
Wait. Sorry. What was Megan's?
6. Like flat 6.
Oh,
I gotta
like
say-
a D, bro.
A fucking 6'4".
6'4".
Honestly.
fuck!
Shit was kind of. I passed the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie. I was on
I had
the
to
couch
slap
on
him to wake
memes.
up.
Like, if you guys listen closely, you could hear the.
All right, fair. Totally fair. Are you guys sharing one mic, the 4 of you?
They've always been.
Oh, it's because we used to use one of these.
Yeah, we gotta get more mics.
Well, our board can only handle this.
Oh, really?
That's
First time,
basically
long time?
why.
First time, long time.
I miss this guy.
5'4".
Whoa! That's the lowest
I'm
one
about to fucking walk out
Ever.
of here, right?
in the history of
God,
What's the
podcasts.
lowest rating we've given anything on this podcast?
watch. This might be it, actually.
No, which one was the one that we did and then Yoko never came back?
Fuck, I know.
that was
The Kevin
oh,
Bacon
God,
one.
That's some lore.
Kevin Bacon.
It's a not death
Oh, death sentence.
Death sentence.
I thought it was
Dear
Death
God,
Wish.
what a terrible picture.
What did you give it?
I don't know. Something very low.
And you know what's sad about that episode? He zoomed in
I did.
just to like be like awful.
I zoomed in from the happiest place on earth.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
like Disney, like
I remember
Maybe
that
like
was in-
5 or whatever it was.
never had a shit.
Kevin Bacon.
Because like I swear to God, when I first saw that movie, I was like, it wasn't
fucking
terrible. Like, it was,
cholos and no.
I
it's
want to
terrible.
watch it with my dad.
I think that's racist, honestly. I'm just
Why?
watching
Because
it
there's
with my dad.
cholos.
Yeah.
No, it's just bad.
5-4.
It's one of those TV movies, kind of.
Any comments on that?
Any rating changes?
I know, right?
There was no story to it. There was nothing that
It's
entices
an
you.
event.
Yeah, I know it's an event, but there was nothing special.
Do you feel-
Why are you so sweaty?
Dude's hot, dude.
These ratings are making them sweat.
Yeah.
I know.
You saw some cops right now.
Yeah. All right, that's fair.
That's fair.
Mr. DeLo.
He already said it. 5-4, he said.
No, he said
I-
5-4.
I repeated his rating.
Oh.
Where are you at? Hey,
He
right here,
wants to
right
say the
here.
same
Game
thing, though.
face. Game face.
No, don't look at it.
No, no.
Look at me.
Look at him and I hear him.
I like how Della was the one that was like, let's go rapid fire rating.
I know. With your Tyler the
Don't
Creator
look at
hat.
it, look at me.
Look at me.
4-9.
Oh, God.
Whoa.
You're just trying to outdo this guy, bro.
Asshole.
Eric, you got to put like 3-4 now.
No, let's go with them. I'll give mine last.
4-9.
4-9.
I'm not inclined. I don't feel in the least bit inclined to be generous, but I'm genuinely at about a 6-9.
Okay.
I think there's a lot of merit here. I think at the end of the day, what's my philosophy is if it made you feel something, it succeeded. And I think that by the time we got to the third act, especially,
Agreed.
there's something there.
We all
There's something
started
there
kinda paying
that I
attention.
can't deny. So I'm at a 6-9.
6'9". I'm a little generous too because I put myself back in the 70s and I thought it was pretty good. Obviously now it kind of doesn't hold, but I'll give it a.
Doesn't hold.
It just doesn't. I'll give it a 6.7.
6-7.
Oh, so majorities are like in the
6,
6s, and with the exception of this.
The majorities
fucker.
gave it a D.
Ugh.
I thought I was being nice.
5-9.
I was
5-4.
gonna give it a 5, and I just
Oh, fuck you.
Where are you at with it?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm like at a 8.8.
Okay.
I mean, that's not bad.
yeah.
Why?
Because, dude, this is just independent film, and like it's all
Good point.
all
Good solid
location,
point.
and it's like
You are the minority.
it's very
right now.
raw. It's very raw. It feels real. Like this shit could happen to anyone.
Right.
Yeah.
And
a
just
really good point.
everything looked great. And I don't know if it looks outdated. I think it looks great. Like the
Not
set
outdated,
pieces.
just like the jump
I
scares.
think it's a
have
capture. I
gotten
think it's
better.
still. I think it's a
and
portrait.
not even jump scares. The
That
jump
one
scares-
jump scare was pretty good though. I think it caught everybody.
Eric, I've seen better independent cinema that was made for less.
Like what?
That enticed me a whole lot more.
Like what?
Have you seen Night Dread?
have you seen Bert?
Fucking good, bro.
Nitrid's pretty fucking great.
It's fucking good. Cause come on,
You remember that dude who got dunked in the acid?
I-
I remember the dude that got bruises from acting that scene.
Dude, all over my arm, bro.
Look, listen,
I mean,
this
just
film.
look at, like Eric, just look at another Texas film, Dazed and Confused.
But dude, Dazed and Confused had a $5 million
Yeah,
budget
this one
That's
had-
like indie still, like
And
it
had a
still
story.
entices you. Yeah,
and had a story.
exactly.
I think
Listen, well, did it really? I mean, Dazed and Confused is
Well,
about a
did
bunch
it-
of dudes on the last day
Yeah,
of
they
school
were just
hanging around.
hanging
Nah,
out.
that's a good story, bro.
The same thing could be said about this. They were hanging
Look,
out.
I'm trying to go to bat for you. Listen, this film,
he's trying to help you, asshole.
Take it
this
easy.
film had a budget of $140,000.
You're right. It had a budget of a button.
However,
And a nickel.
in reality, this film had a budget of $60,000. The other $80,000 came in post. Okay, that's where they accrued more debt. And at the point where Tobe, the filmmakers, they had to sell pieces of the film
can we
just to
fix this
like
crap?
get their money back. And then the film ended up being the 12th highest grossing film of that year. So it did okay. And what a lot of people don't realize is the thing to note and for it to be captured in like its place in cinema. This was one of those 1970s horror flick drive-in films.
What do you
This
mean?
was a drive-in film. This
Oh,
was,
really?
This was what it
This
was.
is definitely like a date movie.
Yeah, it was
Like
marketed
you take your
to
girlfriend,
That could be
so
fun
she
as
gets
hell. I could
scared.
see
and
that.
yeah.
Yeah, and you don't know what's gonna happen, and you're both
and
scared.
it's generally
Yeah.
creepy. It's shot like almost like documentary style. Like
There's a lot
absolutely.
of moments that are definitely like the handheld. I feel like it's really
Yeah.
interesting when you see them in that first creepy old house because a lot of the angles, it doesn't feel like you're watching a movie. It feels like you're watching like a documentary.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
I mean, look, I don't know how intentional that was. I do know that we're coming out of the 50s. and 60s. In the 60s, there's a lot of cinema verite, you know, and we're getting into this kind of storytelling. We're coming out of like the peak of this kind of storytelling, specifically in documentaries, is cinema verite. And I don't know. I don't know enough about Tobe Hooper to note if he was like actively trying to do something like this. What I do know is that he wanted to be raw. He wanted to be. I wouldn't use the word real. I'm very certain he's aware of the fact that this is a movie. But I think I don't know. I think there's something there. I think he did have a lot of intention, and on a shoestring budget, it's not easy to do. And quite frankly, at the end of the day, he created an icon that can't be denied here. You know?
Okay, but I like. There's got to be an argument for film or horror having an intrinsic audience and people trying to push the boundaries. And I feel like,
but it surpassed the intrinsic audience. Even if it's the 15th. This film was the highest grossing independent film until it got replaced by The Exorcist. It made that much money. So it surpassed just a niche B horror slasher audience. Mm-hmm. And to your point, Eric, I think you mentioned earlier that Black Christmas was probably the only slasher, quote unquote, before this. I mean, unless you consider Psycho.
I forget because that's why I'm confusing. I think I'm trying to remember if Black Christmas came out before this or 2 years after, because that might have been 76.
yeah, what's the first slasher film?
Psycho, I think, is credited as one of the first.
It's the basis of slasher.
Can you say this was like the first? What do you call it? The Scream Girl.
Oh, Final
No,
Girl?
Psycho.
Psycho is.
Psycho,
Oh,
absolutely.
yeah.
That shower scene is.
That's true.
It's all Scream Girl.
That's one thing that was annoying me. I know it was pretty big back then, but she just kept yelling.
I
and
agree.
yelling and yelling.
That's what bugged the hell out of me about this film. And I'm not one to fight for plot usually, but there was also no character. Like if there was any character in this film, it was in the Sawyer family. If there was any character,
Well, wait, what about the guy in the wheelchair? I feel like his no, like
The
genuinely,
dad.
like you don't feel like his character of I don't know, being the one that's kind of like at the most disadvantage, and because of him, everybody's either like being led to the slaughter or they're having to take care of him. Like I feel like there's
No, I don't know. I think you have to also be aware that this is just straight up horror. Let's kill some youngies.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know.
This was also like I
Psycho
think
is considered the first one.
Psycho.
what's the second one?
It's either
It's a
between
genuine question,
it might
sorry.
be between this one or Black Christmas. To be fair, to be honest.
Nah, I wouldn't put.
I'm curious as to why. Ooh, Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom.
Peeping Tom's up there. Yeah, look, Black Christmas, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween. Like this is it.
Oh, they both came out the same year.
Black Christmas.
Black Christmas and Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's interesting that these characters, and I don't think there was an intention for any of them to really have an arc, but I also had a hard time following the chick. Like, why do I care if she survives or not? Because she's just talking shit.
I also felt like for her being the one that kept like getting left behind by everybody, and she has to take care of this dude. Nobody's really explained like other than they're all friends.
Right.
Well, that's her sister. Actually.
Yeah. It's not her.
What do
This
you
is the one that was making out with the dude.
mean?
The one that the initial dude that got, isn't it?
No. The
she's
chick
the
that
one that
was
survived at the end.
The final girl was the guy with the wheelchair's sister.
Oh, okay.
So their family. That's why
Wait,
they
when
went
did they
there.
That's
mention
when they
that
went to
in
the house.
Yeah.
When did they
Yes.
mention that in the movie?
Yeah.
They
Oh,
did
they
mention
did.
it when they go to the house and they're talking about the wallpaper.
And
And
they
she's
did
like, this
mention
was
in the
my room
beginning,
growing
that was my
up.
sister.
And he says, this is my dad's house. There, they do lay that down.
Yeah.
I just
You just missed it.
I also
after-
read
'cause you were
somewhere
eating.
where a bunch of these, obviously because of the budget, a bunch of these actors were non-actors. They were just kind of.
yeah, it looks like a lot of them. This was probably their only role.
I don't know about that. I mean, I'm sure
Not
that's
sure.
the case. But what I do know is that a lot of these actors, specifically, go up down to the cast. Specifically, guy who plays Leatherface, some of the Gunner
Hansen.
Hansen. This dude specifically was very, very worried at what
passed
this was
away.
going to do for his career. Yeah, he passed away in 2015.
And he's come out in the other Texas Chainsaws as making cameos and stuff.
Yeah. He did mention some like skepticism because this film also underwent a few title changes. It initially was just called Leatherface. That was the title, and then it was called
Too close to Scarface.
Head Cheese.
Head cheese.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
And then
remember
it was
that,
called Head
actually.
Cheese.
There was like
and
a line
then
in
it
the film
went
like that.
to Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this dude who played Leatherface was like, well, there goes my stardom. Like, I'm not going to be the character. And this is going to do nothing for my career. And then, he kind of went on to do just be horror films and stuff like that. But he made a career out of this thing.
Yeah.
So that guy, Alan Danziger, like, did he do anything else?
Oh, this
The guy who
The guy who
Beatles
played
Jerry.
Jerry?
He comes out in the sequel.
Isn't that the driver? Like, he was driving the
Yeah.
van?
Yeah, he was driving.
Oh, the guy who died. Yeah.
Well, they all died, Eric. Yeah, a bunch of B horror stuff.
Okay, so he came back.
I mean, he's still alive. He's still around.
yeah, cannibal comedian, storage locker, and
Just recently too.
the
Holy
weed
shit!
I'm telling
hacker.
you, man,
Look at
some
that, he took a
sea
big leap.
horror.
Like, for 50 years, he didn't do anything, and then bam.
No. These are just his like highlights,
yeah.
aren't they? Oh
Well,
no!
the actor, bro.
Wow.
Yeah.
74 all the way to 23.
He wasn't the stand-up for me. I think like either the dude in the wheelchair or the,
Or the
what?
hitchhiker.
The hitchhiker. The
Hitchhiker
hitchhiker
was
was a
kinda-
good actor.
he was
a pretty good
interesting.
actor.
Yeah, very, very dynamic.
Topsy,
character.
I think that's
Oh, he
his
passed
name.
away. How sad.
He was in Rolling Thunder.
Holy
shit, we covered Rolling
Brother-in-law?
Thunder.
Yeah, we did.
Race with the devil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder. I remember that in the past with different genres, we would always try to rate them for like how are they in the genre and how are they for cinema. I feel like for cinema I'd rate it low. For genre,
A little higher.
Maybe it could be higher up because it also is defining a lot of the tropes and a lot of the elements and really solidifying them. Like I feel like the Final Girl, that one was probably more like solidified in this one.
I wanna talk to you about cinematic tropes and cinematography tropes. But I mean, I don't know if I call them tropes, but stylistically, this film influenced a shitload of things. When I kept seeing the film, I kept thinking about things like X.
Yes,
and I kept
yes,
thinking
yes,
about
yes.
like
Oh.
Tarantino's
A lot of
Once Upon a
X.
Time in
Well, I
Hollywood.
mean, X was straight up.
A lot of it, yeah,
Specifically,
no.
the Manson Ranch scene. That was easily influenced by shit like this. And now knowing that Tarantino loved the film, it makes a lot of sense. I think that this did something for a Texas aesthetic in terms of cinematography.
Yes, I mean, I'll give you that. I feel like whenever you're going into different regions or different areas, there's a way to kind of like show off the landscape. Thing that makes I think Texas more unique than like other places is that you get a lot of these dry but vast kind of like landscapes. Like think of like farms and ranches and all that kind
Hill
of stuff.
country.
Yeah,
We even saw it in one bed off than the other.
yeah, no, it's
Absolutely.
really interesting. And I mean, when you watch these in any film, you automatically know you're in that kind of area. You know,
Right.
you're
Yeah.
in that dry, kind of like a desolate area where it's not like there's just a stop, like a grocery store or anything like that, a mile up. It feels empty. You do
Yeah.
feel kind of like lost in it all. And
Is this where
I'll
like
say, yeah, go ahead.
is this where like the road trip horrors kind of started?
I think so. I mean, look, I was going to say, I couldn't help but think about Jeepers Creepers
Oh yeah.
when seeing, Texas
Oh, that's the
Chainsaw.
best opening scene ever, dude. When they're driving, you just see the truck coming from behind.
But again, hill country,
Yeah,
Texas
yeah, absolutely. Long
flatlands,
road.
long roads.
Holy shit! I got scared. Sorry, Eric just came out of nowhere. I was like, "What the hell am I watching?"
Don't get me started on that director. Despite the fact that Jeepers Creepers was produced by Francis Ford Coppola,
No way.
that director was a fucking creep, man. He went to
he's a
prison for like
pedophile,
10
yeah.
years for
Oh,
being a
whoa,
pedophile.
whoa.
Really?
The director of
Yeah.
Jeepers Creepers, yeah.
He like raped a kid or some shit.
What?
I think he was caught with child pornography. I think that's what it was.
We're talking about creepy directors right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Want to join in on this conversation?
I actually would love to. I've worked with a director who like I fucking straight up seen them do some fuck shit.
Oh,
Is his name Carlos?
No. What's it called? No, and then my brother worked with a director who like he wrote in a script, like he wrote in a shower scene for the character and it was not needed in the script. And when it was time to film it,
That's scary.
the guy was like, "All right, let's go film it." But he was making the actors feel uncomfortable. So the DP was like, and the AD were like, "No, you're not going to be here. You have to wait outside with the rest of the crew."
Wow.
And the director was waiting outside with the rest of the crew, literally pouting like a child. I don't know why he's not letting me inside of the film. I did this shit. You watch it and there's
Oh,
like
that's
3-4
weird.
shots of fucking nudity that do not need to be there.
Well, that sounds like counterproductive. Why did the DP or the AD just not slash the scene?
Yeah, it's like, hey,
They were just like, "Hey, don't worry, we'll take a look at this."
We got it. We got it.
and leave it in the film.
It's kind of like when you
That's
cover.
strange.
It's kind of like when you cover kids' eyes when they're watching a movie that has like a nude scene.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, you're not ready.
But I'm watching this.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm
no,
checking
but
the
Sex
shit out.
sells.
Speaking of creepy directors, I think that I can't help but think about Jonathan Demme. And I don't know if he was influenced by this film. I'd like to think he probably was.
Wait. Jonathan Demme was a freak?
No. I just mean in terms of style.
We're past that.
And the type of storytelling they kind of craft and stuff like that. I mean, come on, this was Silence of the Lambs. You know, like this dude became a big influence for people like PTA, a lot of these filmmakers. But I can't help but think about aesthetically and his style and kind of his approach to film. He might have been very heavily influenced by something like this.
I do like that you brought up the whole cinema verite movement because it to me this is a style that feels very progressive and very modern. The that kind of like horror, but it's gritty, fly on the wall kind of perspectives.
Yeah.
But I mean, I can't imagine there were a lot of films prior to this one that were saying let's incorporate the verite and the anxiety and realism of it towards the horror genre.
I wonder how susceptible it was because I mean they must have shot this on 16 millimeter. Maybe.
Yeah,
I mean they must have this run and gun camera. But you want to know how indie this thing really gets? The actor Gunnar Hansen had
Leatherface.
this was how the budget was. He had one shirt.
Oh yeah, and it stunk.
And they kind of I highly doubt this was on purpose. It stunk so bad that nobody wanted to be around him. So like other casts weren't really around him.
I feel like that's
Wait,
just
which one?
marketing. God, one
No,
shirt.
it was
$140,000. You can't get a second shirt.
$60,000.
Oh, 60. Yeah, the 80 was for post.
Yeah, dude. How much?
A
I
shirt?
can't afford more than one shirt. Like,
Which
sorry
one
that
was
you're
it?
I guess in the
rich.
70s,
I
Wait,
don't
but,
believe it. I think it's
Sure.
marketing.
expensive.
And apparently, like it was dyed, so they couldn't wash it, and that was part of it.
And that's pretty crazy.
And like he just had to wear this one shirt for 4 weeks of production.
did he want
Which
to?
No, but he
he got
signed on to
paid.
do it.
which dude was this?
like you can't wash
Gunnar
it.
Hansen.
Like you
Gunnar
can't,
Can't get a
put it in a
get a
washer.
PA.
Leather,
just-
Leatherface.
Leatherface.
Leatherface had one shirt for the entirety
Yeah,
of
he's
this
stinky.
picture.
But didn't he switch outfits for like multiple times?
No, he wore an apron.
Yeah.
No,
and
but he did
overalls.
switch an outfit. Like
Oh
when he
yeah,
wore the
no, but
tuxedo.
it was a suit. It's
yeah.
still the same fucking
Yeah.
shirt.
Oh, it's
And
still the
I'm
same.
guessing-
Yeah, Miss Fashionista over here like,
So I'm
okay,
guessing
I'm
the
gonna kill him in a
problem was-
suit.
The problem was that they shot on location, so I mean, it was
Oh, that's the other thing. 120-degree weather in Texas heat. Okay, they shot just south of San Antonio, and this was one of the highest recorded summers of Texas history.
Yeah.
They shot in this fucking house with no air conditioning. Skill issue.
skill issue.
To the point where the actors later kind of said in the commentary of the film that they just would step out to vomit and then come back and finish the scene.
Yeah,
Like, that's
'cause
how
I think
hot
what
it
is it
was.
like the dinner table? I think they had food.
Oh, yeah,
and it
that's-
got,
and it got
rotted.
ruined.
It got ruined.
Yeah.
Right within like the hour, right? It was just.
Yeah, it was just terrible shooting conditions. In fact, not Hansen, the guy that plays the hitchhiker. That actor said, they asked him, like, what was it? He's like, it was horrible, especially the house scene because of how hot it was. And this was still like at night, it was 80 degrees in Texas, you know? So, like, he's like, Edwin Neal said, I hated every moment of it. And if I ever see Tobe Hooper again, I'm going to kick his ass. Like, I'll kill
wow.
him. Like, I hated this experience.
Even
I
if
mean-
it was successful, you would
But
think
you
like,
know, that again, it's maybe you would call it a happy accident because I'm pretty sure, in the scale of indie filmmaking, it's
Yeah.
kind of like we're just gonna power through to get the picture done. Later on, you feel like no, but the fact that was an element
Yeah.
added to the realism.
I
The
think
fact
so.
that you
The-
see like the actor like where this guy Paul Partain.
Partain.
Yeah, the guy who played Franklin. Like in the car, it's like, what's wrong? It's like, oh, it's just so hot. But it's like sweating.
He kind of played into it.
Tobe Hooper said, and no one knows if it was jokingly or not. He's like, that guy was so in character that even when cameras weren't rolling, he just kept complaining the entire time he was there. That was Tobe Hooper's take on Paul Partain. But even I think Edwin Neal and kind of the other guys from the family, the Sawyer family, they basically said that it added to some type of psychosis to where they were going so fucking crazy in this heat that they didn't even know what was real anymore. Like they thought they were the characters for this beat. For shooting this dinner scene, they were going so crazy that it did add to the fact that
I don't know how to feel about that. I mean, it's 74. There's no real method acting, I guess.
No. When did
Marlon Brando,
Yeah, I was about to say that, but he started it around.
50s, 60s.
Yeah, true.
what year did My Dinner with Andre come out?
Oh, way later.
Way later?
80s.
80s? I mean, I feel like
81.
man, because I was gonna say like, I mean, that's on the opposite end of the spectrum where they were freezing to death, but like I don't know how much does that add to your character.
Wasn't Lloyd Kaufman something on that? Didn't we talk to him about that?
No, I don't think we did. Did we?
He
Dinner
was
by
like an
Laundry.
AD
He
or
did.
something.
Oh wow.
I think he like semi-produced it.
Something. There was something.
I
Lloyd
think
Kaufman was on my
he
dinner.
did
with
something on the movie.
Wow.
I'll say this. This is one thing that I really didn't like. Well, I'm still struggling with it. It didn't have a score. It was a bunch of.
Yeah.
It did have a
That was a budget thing too.
It didn't.
No, they
It was-
had
it's
very minimal.
just minimal.
No,
It's more like ambience, to be honestly.
Oh, Lloyd Kaufman was the production manager on my dinner.
Oh
with
wow, that's
Andre.
pretty cool though.
But he said something about it just being a union thing that I think he lent
oh,
his
yeah,
name
yeah.
to the production or something.
Yeah.
No, but from what I understand, the budget was so low that they didn't even have a score. They had minimal soundtracks, what they could get the rights of. But you're right. They
And,
didn't
I'm
re-
still
there was
struggling because
really
in some scenes it did work, but in some scenes it was just like, oh, it's dry. Hey, no pun
Yeah, but
intended.
it
was
also
just
kind
really-
of adds to the feeling that you're there in like in the nature. and,
Yeah, because I mean, all the
Yeah.
brushal and all that kind of stuff.
That's
like,
what I'm saying, like, I'm
that's
50-50 on
that's
it.
the
'cause
realism.
I
of
think
it
it
all.
feels more real, and then compared to say Friday 13, it's very similar to the Psycho soundtrack. The violence is
Yeah.
very. It feels more cinematic, I guess. And then this one just feels like someone actually was just out there.
I'll say
I
this
feel you.
in
It leans into the whole documentary too.
in
Stop.
like favor of the movie. I do think that like the moment where Leatherface is chasing that girl and she runs into the convenience store, and we're just like, as an audience member, you're only hearing the sound of like the chainsaw and it building and it being this hum and this thing that's getting closer and closer. And then once she turns in, that sound dies. And I mean, it does two things. One, it feels like, at least to me, I was like, well, that's not really realistic. Like, if he's right behind you, why is it that we don't hear this thing anymore? But
Right.
two, I mean, it does add to the sense of like, we're able to get the audience from feeling in danger to, yes, maybe this is safety, you know, the fact that it's so quiet in there. And that part of the sound design,
For sure.
I felt like actually added to the film.
Sure,
And there's
sure.
moments like that where we're using the sound
And
being
it's
at its
important.
max to nothing. Yeah.
That part's important, right? For us to
Yeah,
feel
yeah.
safe around this man.
Exactly.
And
the
then
fact that
that's
he
only to be betrayed by it, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
good.
that's fair. I mean, that's fair. I don't know. I didn't personally didn't miss score. I didn't feel like it was lacking it or if it needed it.
I kind of did.
I was kind of drawn into it through and through. And again, it wasn't because of the characters. It wasn't because of a plot. It just, I don't know. It had something there for me. It had something there for me.
I will say, like, I'll agree with you. By the third act, I was really into it. I mean, it started
And
getting really
I think
interesting.
it's a fast-paced movie. So it doesn't.
really is.
It doesn't. I don't consider it a slow burn.
Yeah.
No,
no.
definitely
Once
not.
you're in
No,
it,
I
you're
got
just
into
wanna-
it. I got
fact-
into it. Yeah.
It goes. It goes.
In
it goes.
fact,
it
Tobe
goes.
Hooper, it's an hour and 23 minutes, not even cracking 90. Tobe Hooper did something specific, actually. On most of these kind of what we would nowadays call jump scares, these
That
jump
one.
scare moments,
Yeah.
he would shave frames off of the tail of the previous scene so that it felt quicker
Yeah.
Yeah.
on the turns.
I've noticed that in fight
And-
scenes too.
Yeah,
fight
that's a
scenes.
technique
Yeah.
now that
Yeah.
like whenever you need something to have an extra like oomph,
Yeah.
you know, you cut a couple of frames out.
I think I read somewhere too where I think the original DP was also for the 2003 remake. It kind of
Oh,
keeps
okay.
that same style, I guess.
Well,
I don't
That's
know.
interesting.
I
I
don't
don't know.
I have an actor question.
Google it.
Is that true? Sorry.
That I have an actor question.
No, can we look it up if it's the same DP, guys?
Yeah, I think I read
It
somewhere.
feels very different. I think the one in 2003 feels more polished. Well,
Can anybody?
they
look?
had more money too.
Everybody good?
That Michael Bay money.
Anybody in the
Meg.
mood?
It's looking.
Oh, sorry. It says we're not seeing it on our
Oh.
screen. That's what we're like.
We got scared. Castro.
Oh, what's
so, I feel like the meat and potatoes for an actor is when you're in like, let's say, a drama film because you're left.
I was thinking the same thing.
You're
Where I was
you're
with this.
really you're really able to sink into the internal struggle and the feelings and like how do you handle the next moment in whatever the story is.
Right.
For horror films, I think it's the fact that you need to be a lot more physical with your acting, right? You need to be a lot more like elaborate. How do you feel like you balance the serious elements with also being like theatrical? Like how, like if you were in this film, what are you trying to do for the character so you can add that realism, but it's not too over the top, you know?
What I've noticed with this film, since it's like 74, it was a lot of still shots, so you can't really go full out, try to make it as real. You gotta, especially there's one scene where they're in front of the taillights, and I think he's hitting somebody, and you could tell like they're trying to stay in front of the camera, in front of the,
Like the framing stopping.
well,
them,
yeah, with
right?
the lights.
Yeah.
So I think you just gotta, I don't know, back in the 70s, you gotta tame yourself a little bit and show it for the camera. Whereas now the camera catch was a lot more and you could just be free a little bit more. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Whereas back then, I guess, I don't know.
What do you feel is like the more difficult role, being the victim or being the killer?
In this film.
Oh, what do you mean? Elaborate in that question.
Well,
Like,
portray
what do
the-
you-
What, like Leatherface or?
Yeah, like I mean, who do you think, like as an actor? First off, which role are you choosing? Do you like the villain or do you like the victim, where you're constantly running from?
Well,
this
I'll tell you this. I probably would have played the victim a little bit differently, but I think Leatherface did it good. Like just the crazy, off the wall. I gotta kill this victim.
Because I think it says a lot that in the character, like I don't know how it was written in the script, but it was really interesting to see that after he kills this girl, there's the last one, and then he's going and he,
Oh, the
then
first one
you-
that-
Yeah, no, I think it's the third person that walks in, and then you see him freaking out, and then you almost have like this. I at least to me, there's a weird sense of empathy based on his physical actions, because then he looks nervous and worried and kind of scared.
Something to note that's not in your face about this performance and this character specifically is that he is somebody who's mentally challenged. The character itself, like
Does
the
it say it?
character, well, he's nonverbal. He's like there are things that kind of
It's
lead to that.
they're all the signs that it's not like you said
Nonverbal.
nonverbal. It's
And
all
I don't know if it
body
was
language.
scripted as much as it was like Tobe talking to this actor and saying, "Hey, this is what I think this character is. He's beating with a stick. He's neglected, but he does have he is mentally challenged. So you have to portray an adult version of this kind of individual. That being said, the actor Gunnar Hansen, he went to like special facilities that handle these types of individuals.
did his
Like he
research.
did his research, sat with them, spent a lot of time with them, and from what I understand, he was super nervous about coming across as offensive. And the community said, no, actually, this is pretty accurate in a lot of instances. This is what can go bad if you don't take care of your people,
No, I had a lot of empathy for Leatherface, more than I thought I would. I thought, Leatherface was going to be like when you look at like Jason or Michael Myers, where
Right.
they just go and they kill and all that kind of stuff. But I guess the fact that part of the coverage in the film is us seeing him worried,
Yeah.
then that's when
Absolutely.
you have
and
this
seeing the father and how he
Yes.
treats
And
them.
That's
and-
it adds a whole other layer
Absolutely.
to the character, where otherwise it's just a monster. Now it's a person with issues, and that's kind of dynamic, right?
It's,
Like
it's
that's-
interesting. It's very interesting, especially coming from this very very dysfunctional family, and I couldn't help but think, and this might exist. I don't know if it does. I couldn't help but think like an origin story of the grandpa would be fucking dope.
Isn't there a
I don't know.
kind of
Because
I
they build
think-
it up, right? They say he was the best killer we knew, and he would hit him with one blow, and like
I think yeah,
you know.
because I think they sort of explore it, but it's in the remake universe. Texas Chain Saw Massacre at the beginning. I think he's
yeah, they kind of allude to it. I just mean because this is generational at this point. It's the grandpa was the fucking killer. He obviously passed that down to his kid. The kid, and
then-
what's interesting is the dad. The dad is even like, you guys do that. I can't bring myself
I don't
to
think
kill.
it's their dad. I think it's like a brother. Like
Is it?
Yeah, they're all brothers.
Oh,
I think.
okay. Okay, I thought he was like.
Yeah, I
the
thought it was
father.
that too.
One year when Michael and I Bird started dating, we went to the horror con here in El Paso, and they brought the stunt double for Leatherface.
Like from the original, or
I think so, because the man looked old. Or the second one.
It
I
might
don't
have been
think
like
it
the
was the
newer one.
original.
Yeah.
I don't know.
because-
I don't know which Leatherface
Yeah.
he played in what movie.
Yeah.
But he said that all the scenes where he's in the suit, it was the most hardest scenes he's ever done.
I can
He's
imagine.
like, you're like
Texas
tight.
heat?
You're carrying a chainsaw. You have a like a mask on.
sure.
He's like, I had to like break it in. Like he had to
Yeah.
rip some stuff off. And he's like, yeah. And the performance was so good that they left all of my scenes. Because the actor, maybe he didn't want to go through hell. So I did for him.
Sure.
And it was great. And I got his
Well-
signature from him. He was super sweet,
cool.
super nice. Yeah, I didn't bring it with me.
Well, I was gonna say really quick about this specific actor about
Yeah.
Gunnar Hansen. The dude's 6'4", okay,
Perfect for a
and
villain.
couldn't see outside of the mask properly, so he'd keep crashing into shit on set. And like the dude walked out with bruises, and he got really hurt on set multiple times because he couldn't see past his peripherals. Like He really couldn't see his peripherals. So he'd be running after somebody and then crashing into them and shit like that. So, we're talking about indie filmmaking.
I know,
But I
right?
mean, again, it adds to the character. I feel
Yeah.
like I feel like, especially in indie, right? Everybody's trying to use whatever tools are available,
100%,
everything there.
for sure.
And I'm pretty sure that also goes into acting, right? It's like, okay, well, right now, lunch is delayed by a couple of hours because let's say it's hard to get there or something like that. The heat's killing us. Like, okay, like any little grain you can kind of get to like really fuel this, I feel like you're doing.
The initial shooting schedule was set for 2 weeks, and they shot for 4. And not only did they shoot for 4, but they were shooting 5 days a week, 16-hour days,
God.
just to complete this thing
Man.
in the Texas heat.
Can you imagine? We only shot now and then for 3.5, and it was hell.
Oh man, well that
Now
was like
every
in a
day
garage
for
close to
16
door.
hours
God,
in the dead sun.
Castro, do you remember opening up the door?
Now imagine in a house and like outside and the
It just like hit you all that like teenage angst.
I know.
That musty teenage angst.
I know.
real.
Do you for roles like these? I know we've met people that look at any kind of like horror and stuff like that and think like I do it, but I'm not gonna take this seriously. Like like it's like whatever. Like I don't care.
I
about the
can
lines and all
understand why this guy didn't want to play Leatherface. You don't want to keep, what is it called? Like be stigmatized by that.
that.
Bro.
Yeah, bad portrayal. Yeah.
But bad patrol, right? You gotta be smart and crafty with how you take roles. That's what I've learned.
Sure.
Is it a trust the director kind of thing when it comes to these because they're just kind of avant-garde, or do you feel
I
like
think that comes a little bit second. I think first of all, you just gotta know. You gotta want to know what your route, what route you want to take. But
yeah?
I don't know, man.
Now, comparatively, how do we feel about the Matthew McConaughey version of this?
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
Never seen it.
I only saw
doubt
the-
anyone has seen it, but
Really?
I just saw this one in the
it's
2003 one.
garbage.
I mean,
It's pretty shitty, but
And that's somebody who.
I mean, okay, this is a short premise. I could be getting it wrong too. I haven't seen it in a good minute. So Texas Chainsaw Next Generation, by the way, that's what it's called.
Oh yeah.
It's Leatherface family is somewhat involved with the American government, CIA, and they're using them as like some cover-up story
Yeah.
bullshit. And the victims are literally some prom people, like
yeah.
they
And
went
it just
to prom.
comes to show, listen, they had a good cast.
Yeah.
They had a great editor. Sandra Adair edited this fucking thing. The same editor as Boyhood and Dazed and Confused edited this Texas Chainsaw New Generation.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just comes to show you can only polish a turd so much, and it won't matter.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, you have a good
Polish
cast.
a turd.
I
but
mean,
it's still a piece of shit.
it's a funny thing to just watch with friends how shitty it is.
Right.
Like that's the kind of movie it is. But yeah,
I mean, it's inspired that kind of also culture, right? The I don't know how to phrase it other than like the garage film, like the thing where it's just like getting buddies and being like, oh, you got to check this out. And I mean that's
Yeah.
where they gain that like
Get your beer.
cult-
Watch this.
Yeah, like the
A cult
cult
following.
Yeah,
But the
cult
best
following.
thing, the best thing you could hope for
Cult classic.
a film like this
yeah.
is for it to. The best thing that could happen to us is for it to franchise and franchise successfully.
Yeah.
Let's face it, Leatherface is one of the most iconic horror villains of all time.
Yes.
yeah.
Iconic. I mean, right up there with Jason and Freddy and Michael Myers.
Oh, yeah,
Dude
definitely.
is right there with him.
He's one of the
Iconic weapon,
icons.
too.
Yeah.
I
He's
mean,
one of the icons. That's not easy to do.
Well, is he on Mortal Kombat? That's when you know.
Yeah, he is.
Yes. Okay. Shit.
He's in the Mortal Kombat X.
I mean, he's in Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Definitely an icon. Legend.
By Deadlight.
and then we got an iconic villain with an
Daylight.
iconic face, like
Fortnite.
Leatherface. Iconic name, by the way, too.
Yeah.
An iconic weapon.
And a good history to the
chainsaw.
character. I mean,
No,
it's
yeah,
good.
even that whole thing of like they just mentioned the game Dead by Daylight. One of the main ways that even if you're playing one of the generic horror villains, one of the main ways that they capture their victims is that they put them on a meat hook. That's not referencing
Oh,
anything other
yeah.
than
Yeah,
this
Texas
film.
Chainsaw,
Like,
yeah.
yeah. So I mean,
It's not easy to do.
it's not easy to do.
Yeah.
I think it, in the horror genre, I can absolutely understand why it lives up to its iconicism, and especially like if let's say we're gonna do another horror film, this is one of the obvious references that you would want to dive into because there's so much like history in it.
And style. Like, there's so
It's
much
very
style.
stylish. And like, look
Yeah.
at all the shots in.
Was it the same
inside.
DP?
No,
No.
there's the two different
Damn.
DPs.
Like inside the house, especially. Like it's
My
so
fault, guys.
disorienting. Like, and I think it puts you in the actress's headspace. Like it's just all over
Yeah,
the place. The camera is moving, like zooming out, and then it's like a Dutch angle, and then from the bottom. and
Yeah.
then
All
we're here.
those great kind of signature Tobe Hooper low angles are pretty great.
I think now that I've given like some flowers, the thing that
Some flowers.
Yeah, no, the thing that I think just marks it lower for me is the fact that one, I just feel like there's so many ways that this could have been executed better to have, again, the same story but a stronger punch and all that.
Sure.
And that comes down to like indie filmmaking, and yeah, there's challenges, so they probably had to overcome a lot more to get the same shot and all that.
Right.
Also, when it comes to doing a film, you talk about like, if this is the intention, at least with us right now, and sure, we're jaded by the fact that there's been so much media that does this better.
That's where I'm putting my base.
Yeah, like we're jaded by it, so it just feels like I guess in the screening I saw so many moments where like they joke around. The audience members were like, "Oh, don't do that. Why are you doing that?" Well, I felt like I was seeing the filmmaker like, "Why are we doing this? What's going
Yeah.
on?" Even like I was bringing up earlier, shot at the beginning of the film, they come up to that first house, the creepy house, and then there's this shot where they get out of the car and it's dolling backwards.
Yeah.
Like, but it's in this awkward angle where you
Yeah.
can't even see the house, and it just basically feels like we're leaving the characters, but we're not. It's like, to me, those are shots where it's just like, hey, let's just get some more coverage because we're already here, and throw the dolly on and all that. And then when they were editing it, they're just like, oh, that's kind of cool, and they threw it in, and intentionality and everything out the window. But it's through those moments, it's through siphoning through all the mud and dirt and stuff that you do get these gems that are then iconicized and later on recreated for modern film.
You know, one scene that I really like, and it has nothing to do with it, is when they find all the cars. Giving you that hint that, hey, there's a lot of people that.
Wait, you didn't like it?
No, I did.
Oh, I was
it's
like,
a simple
what?
shot, but it tells
Yeah.
a lot to the story, right?
Yeah.
It gives
It's a
you
lot
that.
of show, don't tell.
Yeah.
And
And
it's,
it's
a
creepy.
shot that is reused in so many movies. I mean,
This film, I think, is a pretty damn good example of show don't tell.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah.
in a lot of ways. They don't get super heavy into why is he like this or why is this family or who are they. It's a lot of show don't tell, which I think is pretty fascinating.
which I really like. It's just kind of like wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah,
And I really dig that shit.
yeah.
I don't know.
It's there. I mean, I think it has a little more to say than we're giving it credit for. I think.
Can I add something to the cinematography real quick?
What the
Absolutely.
fuck? Where'd you come? No,
my
I'm joking.
bad, my bad.
Yeah, man.
I honestly think that the cinematography like got progressively better throughout
Ah.
the film because in the beginning I'm just like,
That's
kinda whack.
interesting.
It was, but like that ending scene just felt so iconic and it felt so modern.
That,
Especially with the
that
sunset, yeah.
dancing
Like
sunset
the
scene.
ballet, the ballet thing. Oh,
The
fuck
ballet
yeah.
thing.
Peak cinema right there.
Incredible.
Yeah.
What do you mean the ballet thing?
Yeah, where
He's
he's
dancing
dancing
with
in
the
the middle of the
chainsaw.
road with the
Oh,
chainsaw.
dancing?
Yeah, he's dancing.
He was
He's
like
actively-
swinging the chainsaw. And
I thought he was just like he's been cut.
And
His
he's like
victim
twirling.
just
He's
got
I don't
away.
think it's
He's like,
dancing. It's like
fuck
stress
this."
of like,
No, he is dancing.
He's
It is
dancing?
kind
I
of-
never took it as dancing.
It's doing
Can you-
twirling.
okay, then here's
like
good.
the freaking
Can you
chainsaw.
play the
question.
end for us on the screen?
Why is she laughing at the end when she?
Oh, that's just
There,
like
there could be.
She
that's
got
just-
crazy.
yeah,
Like,
that's
can you
just-
play the
Oh,
ending?
really?
It's
Is that-
shock. It's trauma.
Yeah.
Oh, the ending. Can
It's
you
like when
put it
you
on
barely survive, like you almost get hit
Or
by a
that's-
car.
Oh,
and
that's
you're
so
like,
interesting how people take it
like,
differently.
You know, like you're just like fucking. I just almost got hit by a car, and you almost like you're laughing because of like it's like that shock stress, like or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No one hit.
No, but it
pull
is
it up.
confirmed. Like this was like a think of it like Joker.
I
in the
never took it
bathroom.
like that.
That's what he was trying to do, at least.
Okay, what's the reason for him dancing?
He's
Because
expressing his frustration. He's
frustrated,
expressing
and
his-
he like we said, he's not all there in the head.
Oh, look, there it is. Forwarded to the dancing.
It's
We-
it's also
we can't
the way,
forget
like,
that, yeah,
they
he's-
captured that perfectly in the
Let
sunset.
I
us
thought
just
so.
play. I want
they're
to.
there.
In terms of cinematography, I think so. I think that
me see the dancing.
sunset going down.
Ugh, yes, beautiful.
Here we are.
I mean, this is also
It's
well
great,
described
man.
for like the final trope, right? Or
This
the
is
final girl trope.
Gorgeous.
Nah, dude, I think he's just having a.
twirling like a ballet dancer.
Yeah, ballerina.
Oh, dude, that makes it a little bit more creepy. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
And that mask, by the way, the one with the makeup, is called Pretty Woman.
Yeah,
Pretty
it is.
Woman.
So that's another thing is like, interestingly enough, whether you kind of pick up on it or not, every different mask that he wears adds to a personality.
Yeah, because when he's wearing the one with the apron,
The apron. Go on.
Apron.
Aaron.
Hey, yo,
it's
Prawn.
like he's a butcher, right? He
Right.
looks creepier, a butcher, and when he wears the grandma mask,
He's much
she's
more like
more
serviceable. He's
nicer,
much more like
serving the plate
Yep,
and
yep,
everything.
yep.
My rating
So
went up
there's
with that.
something to that. There's something to that. Texas Chain Saw Massacre, ladies and gentlemen.
Watch 2003 one.
Any rating changes?
Yep.
Any last thoughts, guys? over there?
5.1.
Jumped up to
Low
0.2.
key, I'm gonna
No,
give
he
this
went
bad boy
down.
like
No, I was
a
at a
fucking
4.9.
5.3.
You were at a 5.9.
What?
No,
four.
4.9.
I'm gonna keep mine at a 6.4. I don't know about you
6.4?
guys. Solid right there.
5.1.
I'm pretty happy at a 6.9. It's great.
I'll
But
bump
it's not
mine
happy at a
up. Mine will be a 7 now.
All
With all
right.
the explanation, I'm like, yeah, you're right. It's like an icon. It's like me liking Michael Myers and you like
That's my
Leatherface. I'm
favorite.
like, if you look at both of them, I was like, dude, they're so iconic. Like,
Yeah.
they were so creative back in the day. Damn. Like, yeah.
Don't king shame.
Uh-huh.
What?
Any other thoughts?
What?
I would say that I said 6.5, right?
Yeah.
I would say probably. Oh damn, that got loud. I would say probably like a. I would say a 7. I think it's like an
7.
industry like it definitely paved the way for a lot of filmmaking.
Yeah.
Very
horror
fair
film.
point. Very, very fair point. All right.
Let me ask you this, Chris. On the podcast, we usually have this conversation on like this pantheon. This is like, imagine there's this museum of films that will be preserved for all time, and if you have it in this room of horror, does this film belong in the full, like the main museum, or is it just like a little like subcategory? Like is this on a list of film to see before you die?
I think so. I think it's
think
like
so?
on the list where you have to see it so you can see everything else.
Really?
That's a good way to put it, yeah.
Yeah.
He didn't give it a 10, man. Cut him some fucking slack. He gave it a 7.
A 7.
Okay? Relax.
Relax, Mr. 5.1
6, 7.
or whatever it was.
6, 7. Dear God.
Yeah, come at me with
And on
it.
that note,
Wait. Did you change?
What was mine? 6, 7? No.
6, 7, 6.
Six,
no,
nine?
mine was 6.9.
What was mine? 6, 6?
You were somewhere there. 6.5, I
You guys
think.
have some good points.
What do you feel right now? Like, don't
I think
worry
you
about what
keep
you
going
said
back
before.
that it's 74. But like I think for 74,
Just because of the third act and it got better as
Yeah.
it went, I'll give it.
Like
I'll go
any
up to a
movie.
7 too.
All right.
Yeah.
You got some passing grades here. Why did my mic volume go down?
Because they were just dropping everything afterwards.
Clearly.
I'm scared.
Yeah.
I think mine went down too.
Oh,
Did
no.
all
Still
of
a
them
good
just
choice.
die?
Really good choice. Yeah, really good
absolutely.
choice.
Everything's down now.
Everything's so down. Is it? Are you guys lowering the monitors? Maybe our
No,
monitor?
maybe because we messed with the mic and we're moving it around.
Oh
Like,
no,
the
baby.
wire too.
Yeah, we're.
Oh, no.
I don't even know if you guys can hear us anymore. That's all.
I can hear you through the. Yeah, we can hear you. Don't
All
worry.
right,
we
so
can hear you.
levels are good?
Yes.
Levels are good.
Yeah, just.
Okay, I think you just
Yeah.
killed monitor.
Yeah, maybe they just killed monitor.
Okay,
That's
as long
what it
as
was.
levels are
It's-
good, then
it's
we're
just these
good.
guys. Next week on the Wildfire Film Podcast.
Let me ask this question real quick.
Yeah.
Would you ever want to direct something like this? A horror?
Oh please, no, I don't.
No.
think so.
I'm just like
Well,
it doesn't
no,
have to be
listen
just
here,
a horror,
dolls.
I guess.
I think like not in this kind, not
I'd be
this
interest-
style of horror.
Yeah, I
I think you
think
would
if
do
it had-
something more like Shutter Island or
Sure,
like,
if it had a lot more substance, absolutely.
No, I'm talking horror. Like
No, probably not. It's not. It's not something I can bring to life because I'm too.
what I imagine.
I'm too
he would-
emotional of a filmmaker.
Yeah, that's
man.
what I wanted to hear. That's what I
I'm
wanted to
thinking,
hear.
Like, if he were to do any kind of horror, I think it would be something more like Shutter. I don't know. Would you
Oh, Shutter
consider-
Island's more of
Not
a
horror.
neo noir.
But you know what I mean? Like, but it
there
still
we
has
go.
like some like thriller like
yeah,
feel. You know, like
it'd be interesting to see, or even the low, what take you would have on a horror.
or something very supernatural.
I mean,
that's-
What would you like to
Yeah,
tackle? Like supernatural, religion,
No,
or
so I mean, as a cinematographer, and I think I've mentioned this before, like I really like tackling all genres because I mean, you learn so much. Like when I did Night Dread with Eric, this whole idea of like how do you give the audience that realism, that tension. And I remember with the film, I was very strict on like I needed to be handheld. I needed to have this shake, like especially when we were doing like your scene. I wanted to have bumps right when you were doing like certain
It
parts of
adds
your
a
performance
lot, yeah.
because I need the audience to feel that. I need
Like-
them to be at the edge of their seat. So
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is an art form to it. So I
Yeah.
feel like something like this, I would have loved to have tackled only because there is an art form to how do you add that in? How do you take an audience, not only get them invested and drawn into the
there we go.
story and the characters, but also like they have that sense of fear and danger. And
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
It's a skill. It's every horror film is an absolute skill that needs to be mastered if you want to do it right.
Say they bring you the new script for Texas Chainsaw. You wouldn't even flirt with it.
No, I don't know. It's because like
Because you got to think about
this is what
your
I mean.
reputation.
I think that's kind of what I appreciate about this one. I've seen enough of them. Like my wife, Sandra, she loves Texas Chainsaw. It's her favorite horror icon. She's seen
Yay.
every
shit,
one of them.
nice.
She loves them.
Shout out to Sandra.
And
Shout out to
she will see kind of the entertainment form of it all, right? Like she's really intrigued by
Which
the story.
there is,
This
yeah,
right.
yeah.
But I think that's why I appreciate the 74 version a lot, because despite the fact that there's not much of a plot and not much of a story, you will walk away if you were watching this for the first time in a theater, or a first time at your house. You'd walk away from it. I'd walk away from it remembering the family, and remembering I could almost smell the house. I could almost feel the texture of the bones where this woman feels. I mean, there is something to
Yeah,
it. There's
And like the heat in their
yes,
faces.
there's
like the
something
sweat.
to that, and that's hard to do as a storyteller. So, like,
know-
if a new script hit my desk and this is a new take on Texas Chainsaw, I'd try to be very careful with it, because I think like we've had this conversation about how Rob Zombie ruined Michael Myers because
He did, man.
He over-explained and he
It's two
and-
films that have nothing to do with the original story.
Well,
It's 'cause
it's
the
the remake,
fear-
first of all, and like so it's its take on Halloween.
It's his take on it, but it's like one of those things where like if it hit my desk, I would hope to maintain its spirit.
'cause, like,
Good.
But
Yeah.
it's still like give it something that's meaty for me.
And then
you know?
something different, and like you're trying to take a little different spin on it.
Yeah.
Because like
'Cause
if
they
you
could get
just
risky.
retell the same shit, it's
I'm the loser when it comes to horror, dude. I'm the loser that gets super intrigued about Jason's mom almost more than I do
Yeah,
about
you do.
Jason. Oh
when
yeah.
it comes to Friday 13, I'm more Jason. But like
No. I mean,
I know where you're
that's
going.
my
I see what
point.
you
Is
mean.
like,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
is this evil coming from, and why does it matter? And
that's kinda what Rob Zombie did, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I would fuck it up that
Yeah.
way, and I wouldn't want that. So
It's also it depends. Like you cannot over-explain something that you don't know. Like Michael Myers, you don't know if he's an identity. You don't know if he's a human. You don't know that.
sure.
Yeah.
So when they
That's
start
what
explaining to
representation
you,
yeah,
of
that's
evil.
why I really
Yeah.
like that.
It's
They
good.
call it the shape, and that's
Yeah.
it.
that's it.
lot
You
of-
don't
I
even know
forgot,
what it
yeah.
is.
A
Yeah.
lot of the horror just comes from the fact that there is an unknown. Like
Right.
we're all
Exactly.
afraid of the unknown. So especially
That's why
like this
Cat-
character,
Yeah.
like it's funny. Like with these horror films.
Yeah.
Going into their home and seeing all these macabre objects
Yeah.
and like odd mannerisms. The scariest part of him is the fact that he's just such a mystery. And
Sure.
they say that the reason all these like
That's why I
characters
love
have
these
like a
films.
mask is because what makes masks so scary is that as humans, we're always identifying the emotion and expressions on our faces.
Sure.
That whenever
when it's
somebody has
covered,
something that's covered,
it's veiled.
automatically we're terrified
Fuck yeah.
because we
It's-
feel like I don't
it's
know if they're
uncanny.
happy or sad.
But you see, that's
Yeah.
what I mean. That's what I mean about liking something like what Elevated Horror is doing now. Because even X, which is very much a slasher, it gave it more depth when it's this aging couple and this aging woman
grandma.
that
Yeah.
all she wants is attention and love, but kills to almost feel like nobody deserves that except me. That's something I'd direct. You know
I
what I mean?
love
That's
that. I love
something
that
I'd
part.
want
Yeah,
to
it's-
explore.
Yeah,
also-
like, see, something I started really liking about like Ty West like
Yeah.
things. And like it gives me that itch to like
Yeah.
that's the kind of shit I
Yeah,
want to make.
absolutely.
Like, I call them premium B.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Oh
yeah,
man,
yeah.
like Maxine, dude. Like if I could shoot
fucking
with all the
love-
toys and
yeah.
shoot it in Hollywood and
Flirt
go to
with
the
that
hill,
title.
Yes, that's
and
why I
shoot in the
said I
back
think you would love
Yeah.
Maxine because like
terrific.
of all old school Hollywood. and
Absolutely, it's
the
terrific.
Psycho houses in the fucking movie. I
What's on the
fucking-
unit? They shot on the Universal
Oh,
lot.
dude,
yeah,
that
they
movie's
shot on the
so
Universal
fucking
lot.
sweet.
Yeah.
A lot of people like were pissed about that movie. I was like, fuck you,
I
man.
thought it was
Like,
terrific.
I thought it was
I
great.
still think Pearl is my favorite. Pearl, the middle one.
That was
Yeah.
really
I've seen
good.
X.
It's
X.
very-
But
it's
when you
very
start
Gervasi.
over-explaining
Yes,
the
exactly.
killer,
Yeah.
that's when you lose the magic. Like you can do it. Like of course you can do it.
Well,
Just
but
don't
I think it's also
over-explain.
like catering to my sensibilities because Pearl is about this girl who meets a projectionist and shows. I mean, it's so
And
cool.
it's
to me.
like the first introduction or in the introduction to porn, right? Like,
yeah,
Oh,
it's really
wow.
cool.
That's cool.
It's
That's
really
interesting.
cool. It's
You
really
haven't
I
seen
think that would have
Pearl?
been kind of cool if we
Castro,
had like
you haven't
a.
seen Pearl?
Huh?
You haven't seen Pearl?
No,
Or-
I've seen X, but I haven't seen Maxine or Pearl.
Oh,
I haven't
Oh, okay.
either.
It's on
you guys gotta
Hulu.
finish
It's
this
really
trilogy,
good.
man.
It's
It's
fucking
fucking
great.
incredible. But that's
I'll
what I
watch
mean.
it.
If something were to hit my desk and I'd lean into telling that story, it'd be something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see you doing
Wow.
like something more like Pearl because that one had more.
It's like
classic,
psychological.
It had like
you
the
know.
more the classic whimsicalness, but like with the
I
more.
mean, even the movie theater and the town it was in was painted Technicolor colors, and it was great.
But also, I like the
Nice.
fact that different directors have their they could be like an experience blended into the movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you would
have to
direct
use
Pearl,
it.
so it's like, hey, like Hollywood, you want to be
Yeah.
Hollywood, you want to be big famous. How do I make it like psychological?
Yeah. No, and
like
again, it's
That's a
a
twist that
it's
they
a
need to come up
horror
with.
story.
Exactly.
It's about a girl on a farm who wants to be bigger than what this life is
Yeah,
offering her. I mean,
exactly.
there's
Chalaka
layers
relate.
to that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know that the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre would have. If it had layers, yeah.
The 2003 one is really good.
But that
no,
one's just
no,
like- that
no,
one-
no.
It's okay. In my opinion, it's
Get close to the
fine, but I can see what you mean. Like you hated the actors. Like I mean, that's fine. We got the original one, but like, but
Yeah.
I think at this point, when it becomes like a franchise, like Texas Chainsaw, like there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, you're also catering to an audience who just
Yeah.
wants the thrills. I mean,
yeah,
that's-
exactly.
that's-
And
that's
you already
what it
have a
is.
built fan base. They're
Yeah.
expecting something to
Yeah.
this.
That's pretty
Like,
big.
And now it's like in horror, you have to up the ante. How much more gory
Yeah,
can we
like
get?
if
How
I were
much
to make
more-
a new
Yeah.
that could possibly spark a new thing or whatever, yeah, I have to do. I gotta put more layer on it.
Especially now with what's coming out in horror and things like A24 is doing, and they're not unapologetically being like in your face about stuff. So how is somebody like, Universal meant to compete with that?
Or Terrifier. Have you seen Terrifier?
Yeah.
That's,
Terrifier.
I've heard they've been trying to buy
Terrifier's
Terrifier
a
for a
love letter
minute.
to exploitation, and
Yeah.
that's what I really dig. And
I haven't seen.
So
God.
Yeah, I haven't seen
Terrifier,
them
they've
either. I
been
just
trying
heard
to
good
buy
things.
it. Actually, they've been trying to buy it.
don't expect
You guys want to see me make Eric very jealous on camera?
what.
I do.
I told you this off camera like weeks ago, but I'm gonna go to Halloween Horror Nights at Universal
Oh, I'm jelly
in
too,
a couple
bro.
weeks.
You
And
sack
they
of
have the
shit.
new Terrifier house.
A bunch of jelly sandwiches in here, bro.
No.
Last time I went, they did the Terror Tram, which you go on the classic Universal tram tour, but it's like some crazy freaky shit.
Thank
And
you
then-
guys.
Yeah,
Just kidding.
no, but
cool,
they
that's
take you
cool.
to the Bates Motel and they take you
Yeah.
to the Psycho House. And behind the Psycho House, at least then, they had the set from Us. No, not from Us. From Nope.
Nope,
The
Nope.
amusement park. And they had people dressed in the Us costumes, like with knives and shit like that. And it was creepy. But
Wow,
I
that's
bring that up
fire.
because Universal really is leaning into horror and maintaining that like
Vibe.
importance and vibe and like, hey, to bring people back. And Terrifier is a huge part
Yeah,
of that.
Yeah.
It revamped it for sure.
It's very it engages a lot with the audience.
Yeah. And in the era of social media, it did extremely well. Like Terrifier really got in
Dude,
people's faces
that-
about things.
What is the first movie? I could get into the whole lore of that shit, but like
Yeah.
basically, like that was also independent
Also
filmmaking,
super cheap in the-
and
yeah.
I think the second one was made with like $200,000, and it made
Okay,
over.
here's the thing. That's also
15.
not fair. It's not fair to compare an indie film of today's day and age, even if it was 200 grand, because the quality of the tools are so much better. And I say better in quotations because they're
Agreed.
tools. But it's not fair to compare a $60,000 movie from the 70s where they had no crew and they were against all these
that is
conditions
true.
versus
You're right.
somebody
Film
who could
development cost, all that
development.
jazz.
Yeah, it's just not fair to compare it to like say Terrifier that might have rented an Airy for 2 weeks
Yeah.
with 200 grand. Like it's
Yeah,
not
the
super
indie-
fair.
Yeah,
Indie has
I could
changed.
agree, but it's indie in the 21st century.
Yeah, no, it's still a challenge to make, and it did extremely well. It franchised. There's 3 of these motherfucking things
Oh,
now,
yeah.
right? So, like, and I'm willing to bet there's a 4th on its way.
Oh, it's already on
Yeah,
the
the
way.
third one was
okay,
really
well,
good.
there you go.
And
It did really
rumors is it's gonna be the last one,
Right.
but also
Marketing.
the final chapter, Friday 13 Part 4, was gonna be the last one.
It's not easy to do, man. At the end of the day, it's not easy to do. So kudos to these filmmakers.
Exactly.
Texas Chainsaw.
Texas Chainsaw. Next week, we'll be covering.
See,
The
don't fuck this up.
Exorcist.
They don't fuck this up.
We'll be covering The Exorcist.
Yeah.
El Sexorcista.
scared.
I can't wait to see it again, bro.
It's gonna be a pretty great
Oh,
chat.
man.
Now let's talk about that. Like The Exorcist is deemed as the film that kind of replaced Texas Chainsaw in terms of its grandiose, review.
Wait. The Exorcist came out before this.
Did it?
Yeah.
What year was Exorcist?
73.
Oh, so 1 year before.
Oh, okay. I don't know why it said. I don't know why I read that the
Wow,
rain.
that changes a lot of my perspective.
1 year could do a lot, bro.
Yeah, well, because then it doesn't feel like a limitation. Then I feel like I'm able to see
Oh.
Texas with a lot more intentionality. Like I think if I felt like this one came out first, then it was like, okay, we're just throwing things around and we're exploring. But if it came out later on with obvious like
I see where you're going.
concepts established,
Like we don't want to do that. We're gonna do our thing.
Yes,
We're gonna
yeah.
establish our vision.
Yeah, then now I kind of want to watch it under the lens of like, okay, like
Texas.
I made a joke about like the sunflowers and being like, oh, this is a metaphor for the youth going into places that shouldn't, and like,
The children.
but I can imagine now thinking that maybe there was a lot more mentally going on
Sure.
into like the placement of things, the means on sin and shit.
Absolutely.
But
Go-
yeah, Exorcist.
check out The Exorcist. We're
Next
gonna talk
week.
about it next week.
Oh, and if you haven't, check out our episode Nosferatu.
I'll tell you what.
Is it like a trigger word, like where, like the what's the effect of the dogs, the salivating, the some of the pee, right?
yes, I know what you're talking about when they ring the bell.
And then they salivate the dogs.
Pavlov.
The Pavlov effect, where like when they ring the bell. So anytime you hear Nosferatu, did Meg, do this?
No,
thing where,
but
like,
you know what happened?
Nosferatu.
I never thought I said it weird. Wow. I never thought I said it weird, but then I went home and told my family like, oh, we did an episode on Nosferatu, and then my dad's like, what?
What?
And then like I was like, yeah, the film with the like original Dracula. It's like, no, that's not what I'm weirded out about. He's like, wait, say that again. And then it's like Nosferatu. And he's like, where are you getting these letters from? And then I was like,
Where are you getting these extra letters?
and then he's like, say it again, say it right. Like, Nosferatu.
And then I said on the podcast, I was like,
how
"There's
about,
no
like,
C,
Try
buddy."
say it in Spanish first. Nosferatu. Say it in Spanish.
Nosferatu.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Just get this shit
Nosferatu.
right.
I don't know what's these
God.
Nosferatu things, but give me some salsa and I'll devour 3 of these motherfuckers.
Nosferatu?
Yeah. There you go. Anyways, go check out the Nosferatu episode. This is Bob
Do it.
Wagner's Nosferatu. And
Do it.
if you want to go even further back, last year we covered the original Nosferatu.
That was
So-
my pick when
It
I
was.
still had a pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could watch it over here. Or
No.
over here. Where do I point?
Go check it out. We are going to end
Click on the video.
Spooky Month with The Fly. David
Yeah.
Cronenberg's The Fly. We'll have a special guest for that episode as well. So, great programming on the Watchtower Film Podcast for the month of spooky films.
Yeah.
And we'll kick into some other great shit next month. But let us know what you think about the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Rip them apart. They rated
comment,
it way
comment
too
what you
low,
guys think.
man. They rated this shit way too low. But,
Please make sure to like and subscribe. And we'll see you on the podcast next week. Thanks for tuning in to the Watchtower Film Podcast. Good night.
Stay spooked. Love you.